pin until when I want you to move.
Oh!
I hyperextend the elbow.
Oh my God. This is Cliff Odette, and he has a very controversial opinion that 90% of street fights can be won if you have an effective arm drag. But you've got to be dirty about it.
Bowling ball.
Oh no.
And pull.
Cliff is a former underground street fighter, and he is the head of MDS North America. People either love him or hate him because every fight form he approaches, he puts a dirty street spin on it, including arm drags.
But look.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm not gonna get into his history though. Go watch the other videos we did together, or the 2-hour interview I did with him.
If I need to buy time.
I went to his studio in Riverside, California to learn why he believes an arm drag can save your skin in 90% of street fights. And I endured the physical pain for you guys.
I go like this.
Oh. I also got him back a few times. Then...
Hit me. That was good.
That was good. Let's get into it. You still believe that mastering the arm drag will win about 90% of fights.
Yeah.
You're pretty confident in that. Like, you would probably tell the audience, go out and train the arm drag as much as you can.
Yeah. What is your understanding of an arm drag, right?
Well, an arm drag, I've learned it. You're tied up, and then you want to take it, throw it around, and get on the outside like that.
Kind of, right? So, a lot of people think that an arm drag actually has to be the dragging, right?
Yeah.
This is the part that I find most fun. Watch, you're here.
Ah.
Everyone thinks you have to manhandle, boom. And yes, you can.
Yeah.
Okay? But it works because I'm big.
Yeah.
Right? I grab, boom. And I can take you, right? It's super easy.
Yeah.
But how do you tell somebody who's 105 pounds how to move somebody like me?
Right.
250.
You're just taking a walk around the block, basically, right?
And that's really it. We thought arm drags were here, boom, boom, boom. And we have to throw the person, right?
Yeah.
But you expend energy, you expend muscle, you get tired. I don't want to expend all those things. In a street fight, I don't want we're here talking, boom, boom. And I pull myself through. I pull myself through, I don't pull you past me. I can, and that's part of the understanding of arm drags is there are pieces and times when you actually do horse somebody, you need to pull them through.
Yeah.
Okay? We'll go through all these techniques. One of my favorites was taught to me by Bobby Douglas, amazing wrestling coach. What you do is you end up locking out here.
Oh. Oh my God.
So what you end up doing is you pin until when I want you to move.
Oh.
I hyperextend the elbow so that your body wrenches.
Yeah.
So that when we're here, boom, 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 boom. And now I get the movement I need because you did the action. Be very careful when you guys do this because what you're gonna end up doing is you're gonna end up hyperextending and breaking little small bones off in here. Be very careful when you're training. Partner has a spin. What you're going to do is trap, do an L, trap here, and you're going to just simply hyperextend the elbow. It's your job, the person who's pushing. Now imagine I was here, and I just wrenched it, right? Oh yeah. So now the wing is done, you can't use it, but when you're training this one, put here, just work that little flex, right? That's all you wanna work is that flex, so okay, go. And that's enough. So
that's enough.
3 more pounds of pressure there, and I'm going home and I'm icing my elbow.
Okay.
To understand this is one of those things that you're not moving yourself, you're causing a pain reaction in my arm that's going to lurch me forward,
and then
I'm going to avoid, and my chin's gonna come out, and I'm trying to avoid pain.
Okay.
And I'm hyperextending my elbow. Okay. The only way to counter this is if someone does this and locks out, but I can still move you.
Okay.
So if I'm lucky enough and you're not paying attention, I can hyperextend. And the moment they're locked out, it still gives me that pull through because now I've got a fixed limb that's rigid.
Okay.
So I can pull and swing the body.
Okay.
So your first round is weaponized, boom, and maybe you get them, and they go, and they retract the wing. Now they don't have the wing to fight with. It's kind of the asshole move for arm drags.
Yeah, definitely asshole move.
When you have a very, very experienced person and you're going at it, and they're not gonna let you take their back. You go, boom, because they're wincing in pain and they do this to get out of the pain, and it's a pain response. And we have a bunch of people say, a pain response doesn't work.
Right,
And I tell you, pain response works every freaking time.
Yeah.
Because I know it does.
So that's the meanest thing you could ever do in a jiu-jitsu class. And that's actually the point. We're training to fight dirty for the street, not competition fighting. Also, stay tuned for later in the video. He goes over so many other dirty tricks that you could do to creatively mix up your arm drags. And leave a comment and tell me if you would ever consider using this dirty move in the street. Anyways, remember, the point of this video is Cliff believes a good arm drag can win most fights. From what I can tell, Cliff's MO is that he always wants to get off to the side and behind his attacker, because at that point, they don't have the angle to punch you or kick you. All of their weapons are disabled, but your weapons have now opened up. Additionally, Cliff has a special training method to make it so you're like hardwired to do this dirty trick naturally.
What my coaches used to do for me is when you want to set up, you go here, here,
Yeah.
here, here. And you're gonna step off this way, right? And you're gonna shoot through. You want to shoot past, because if you only aim for this, all you have to do is pull back 2 inches, pull, move your arm back,
Like,
and I miss.
yeah, okay, I see what you're saying.
But if I'm here, pull back.
Ah, okay.
So make big mistakes past,
Okay.
okay? This is why when everyone wants to just aim for here. The slightest bit of movement and I miss my target.
Right.
So when you're doing drills for understanding arm drags, you shoot and you step.
Right.
You shoot and you step.
Now that is a much bigger motion than how a lot of people train the arm drag. Cliff wants the hand to go at least 4 to 6 inches past the arm. That's to create that momentum to snap the elbow. It's obviously different than the circular motion you learn in a lot of grappling classes. And grapplers, tell me in the comments, what do you think about this? Am I wrong? I'd like to hear your take on this. It's also a good way to train when you're learning to do an arm drag, because training a big motion can help program your brain for when you're on the street so you don't mess up. Cliff calls it practice big to miss small.
Wrestling, jiu-jitsu, they like to swing up, right?
Yeah.
Because there's also a throw attached to this one. I come in, boom, boom, and I go like this.
Yeah.
It's a throw. We are street here.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So we're still, and actually, I see you actually have a lot more momentum.
Use your body. But now,
Yeah.
instead of this leg inside, this leg.
Right. Oh,
you wanna
you
be-
mean on the outside?
This leg, outside.
Yeah. So, and then boom.
Yes.
And then would you throw a little twist down there
And
too?
I would just pivot.
Just pivot? Okay.
So once you have it, boom, you've taken it, shoot through, go. Boom, pivot. Now look where you're at.
he also recommends training this move from every possible position, so you can get use on how to handle an arm drag in any situation. Remember, we're trying to disarm our attacker and get into a better position. Just be patient, we'll get more into that later.
One of the classic mistakes, and this is what I spent a lot of time with my students were, they went this way.
Yeah, and then you stop.
This doesn't do me any good, because all you have to do now, look exactly where you're at.
Yeah, and
I
I
have
can-
my back.
yeah.
All the hard work I just put in.
Yeah.
For naught. Arm drag has to be over here, okay? That's where the magic works.
Okay.
Because I have to get past you. But we're in a neutral point right now that if I don't do anything, you now can take my back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay?
Yeah.
When you're doing this stuff, it's a train response that you now get around behind and you set yourself up when you're doing these drills. And when you're training with a partner, do like 50 per side so that you get used to the idea.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
That's the basic. So you're going to be shooting through here. A lot of people just want to aim for the space. What I would say is here, slide, 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 slide.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
But make sure you push.
So far, there's nothing romantic about this. These are different approaches to a well-known move in martial arts. So let's see what it looks like when it's sped up.
Let's do it again real quick. I'll show you how fast this can take place.
Okay.
So if you're not paying attention to someone, your hands are here, boom, 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 go. That's very, very quickly, I can take you into a position and I'm really good at rear naked chokes.
Yeah.
So now imagine jiu-jitsu match, street, whatever. I just quickly grab you, boom, boom.
That reminds me of the last video you did on dirty boxing, the, whole thing.
It's all these pieces tie together.
Yeah.
So within the videos, within the 3 lessons that I've given you, they all tie together so you have one complete. If you never do anything else, you only take these 3 pieces, you'll have enough knowledge in the street that you can survive.
Like he said, Cliff designed the videos we've made together so far to all tie together. He said you should be able to watch all 3 of them and be able to handle yourself in just about any confrontation on the street. Here's the playlist to all of our videos, by the way, you should check them out. And with all of those videos in mind, Cliff's reasoning, according to him, on why you can win 90% of fights with an arm drag, take everything you learn in these 3 videos. The dirty boxing technique, the shin kicks, the biting, all of those filthy moves he teaches. All those things he's showing you at the front of your opponent. And now you're using an arm drag to get on the side and behind your opponent. Now all those moves become far more effective because your opponent cannot strike you back. That's why he's making such a bold claim here.
You don't have to be an all-star. If you know your fundamentals in any sport, you'll be good.
Okay.
Within wrestling, within fighting, if I can take your back, that puts a position of superiority over you. You have to do some incredible move to save yourself after that happens, right?
Yeah. Now check out the dirty move he has for when your opponent won't give you the space for an arm drag.
Let's assume you're somewhat skilled and they don't want you to get the arm.
Yeah.
Watch. Oh, told you I was gonna punch.
So let's recap that.
No, I'm gonna let you do it, right? So
Okay.
So, okay, what we did, if someone's here tight, right?
Yeah, they know what they're doing.
But they don't want you to take the arm. So what you're gonna end up doing is you're gonna end up punching right here into the ribs, the flex, the floaters.
Okay.
And they'll bend to let your arm through. Go.
You sure?
Go for it.
Okay. Okay. All right.
But that's why. What you're doing, this is the cool part, right? Ribs are flexible. So you don't have to, everyone, center mass, no. Tighten up.
Sure. Yep.
Good. Oh! But look. Oh! Okay? I'm not aiming for the center. I'm aiming just below your pec, your nipple line.
Yeah.
And I'm flexing those ribs there. I've yet to have not, even with guys that are really robust, we'll call them robust, or rotund.
Sure.
Large.
Yeah.
I'm able to punch through.
Okay.
Because it's a very simple trick.
Well, you know what this reminds me of too? My last video I did on Wing Chun, and a lot of the moves are like this.
And so now you can pass that.
Everything's centered, and now you can break through that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh. So there you go. Watch my Wing Chun video I did, by the way. It talks a lot about the similarities in Wing Chun and street fighting. I learned a lot of things that I now incorporate into my Krav Maga. So here are some more creative ways to approach an arm drag. This one was created by Fred Mastro, which is Cliff's mentor. And this is for when the opponent has you by the wrist. It does require a little bit more precision though.
So I was just hanging out with Fred, and he came up with a grab my wrist, right?
Okay.
So you're here, right? And we're gonna take this lesson right now, and I'm gonna show you how to turn this into an arm drag.
Okay.
You go from here, you grab the thumb, shoot. Ooh. So you're grabbing the thumb, so what I'm doing is I'm reaching around, and I'm pulling your thumb down, then I'm gonna shoot past.
Okay.
So I'm now gonna grab you.
So you're basically
Under.
Oh, I'm going under, and then I'm gonna pull that thumb this way.
So now look, even now, once you pulled it there, you're now free, but now pull my thumb.
Okay.
Pull. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, okay.
And see, that's a simple wrist release. Now, there you go.
Okay, interesting.
And that's so now you grab, right? We'll do this, boom. And that's how, when you learn to be fast with this is not a powerful thing. It's a speed and precision.
Right.
Okay? With arm drags, if I'm precise every single time that I do this technique, I'll get it.
Okay.
I don't have to be a bull.
Right.
I don't have to hit you, bah, bah, bah. I have to be perfect.
Here's another one for when the attacker grabs the same side hand.
Well, actually, I want to show you. So now we did a crossbody. You can hold here, right? So we can hold,
Crossbody.
and we know this one where you can pull and shoot.
Yeah.
Right? Now, if you're here,
Same side.
watch the cool magic here. So if I'm here, right? You just bring your arm across.
Yeah.
Shoot your arm in. You pull yourself through.
Okay, so if you grab my arm.
And you don't even have to be as energetic as you are.
Okay.
So watch, just grab.
So, okay.
Here, watch.
All right. So, and that's kind of what you're saying. This is how we should be drilling it, right? Oh wait, you grab my hand.
Yeah.
And then I'm just
So,
nice and slow,
don't,
do the same side.
Don't give your back. So when you're here, you're taking my arm and you're hold on, do it again.
Right.
Go. So but now look, now we're in a line. Why would you do that?
I don't know. That's how I've been shown. Okay, so hopefully my incompetence isn't frustrating to the well-trained portion of my audience. But I have to admit, that's how I've always trained an arm drag. I get into sort of a Russian 2-on-1, you know, like the typical grappler's position. Which now that I think about it, I don't know why. I'm not a wrestler. Cliff says I should be forming a T, and throwing some strikes and then running away.
Let's fix that real quick.
All right.
When you take an arm drag, I want you to be here. See, we're forming like a T.
Oh,
If I do this, we're neutral. Now, if I want to break your arm and do stuff like that, yes, there's something there.
Yeah.
But when you're starting out, all I need you to do is be here. So I have the side of your body, I have your back, I have your front. I can choose. You're limiting your choices if you just immediately go to here.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And you're trapping yourself.
Okay.
Watch this cool trick. Ready?
Grabbing this?
Cool. I can run away. I don't have to fight. This is what, we're self-defense, we're not fighters.
Right.
Our job is to simply survive and get away.
Yeah.
Okay, you're facing me and you look, oh crap, he's giant, and I grab you. Are you gonna stay and fight with me, or are you gonna try and get away?
No, I'm gonna try and get away.
Okay, so watch.
Sure. So
I got you. Oh, good, now run!
That's the thing. I'm so hardwired to put up a fight. Yeah. Call me. You know. Exactly.
But the thing is, okay, so this is where you have to break. This is what you have to break.
Yeah.
Is the idea of, if I get here, you are now have choices.
Okay.
You take your choices away by hugging onto my arm.
Okay.
If you simply go, bang, and run away, you can now flee.
Right. Okay.
This is I keep teaching you this, is whatever they give you, don't force your agenda in a fight.
Okay.
Take what's given to you, okay? So if I've given you a complete opening of the side of my body,
So
you would take my arm, that would be your choice.
No, I don't know.
Okay, this is what I'm trying to say is, if you've got a superior position on me, there.
I probably, You see, every time I train an arm drag, it's been on a day where the whole class is dedicated to grappling. And I'm not a grappler. I'm learning self-defense. I need to have more imagination. And I need to get away as soon as possible, not stay and wrestle. Also, please note, getting away from an attacker counts as winning the fight. Also, again, I come from a Krav Maga background, and we usually train an arm drag in reference to defending a knife attack. And oftentimes, we use the Russian 2-on-1 to control the weapon. I actually made a video on this topic. You should check that out as well.
So this is where your imagination comes in.
Okay.
Remember, we get so trapped with this idea, right? This is wrestling. This is Jiu Jitsu. This is, I'm gonna trip you, I wanna do this stuff like that. Why? If I do, so here, let's do this one, right?
Oh, sorry.
Cool. Now, I can punch. I can knee.
Okay.
I can hit you this way. I can choose to run away.
Okay.
Take your glasses off for 1 second.
Oh, God.
So, same arm here, right?
So, same side.
Good, but look. If you can, I'm being gentle, right? You just basically bowling ball.
Oh, no.
And pull. Wherever the head goes, the body follows. So I can simply just palm your head, put fingers in your eye sockets, and pull you back.
Yeah.
You will, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're Hulk Hogan.
Right.
If I put my fingers in your eye socket, and I pull you back super hard, your head is gonna hit the ground first.
Right. Okay.
Which means bad things. You get to now run away. You don't have to hold their arm and stay there. You can just simply run away.
Again, use your imagination. Be creative, kids.
Here.
Okay.
So when you're pulling, but everyone always gets stuck with the idea. It doesn't have to, all you have to do is get in a better position. The weird parts of the arm drag here is, or,
got it. Okay, yeah.
It's all simple stuff that's just showing off. But for me, it's the fundamentals. Because you're already moving past, you're already carrying your energy through. Your arm already is here. You're just simply hitting here, and you're driving through.
Okay. Cliff even showed me some moves I could do for my way of doing an arm drag, since that's how I am most comfortable or wired to do it.
Let's take your idea of holding onto the arm. Okay, so you're here, right? I go like this.
Oh, okay. I see where you're going with this. Yes.
You can make it yours. You can absolutely fall in love with this, but watch.
No, okay.
Look, boom, boom. Okay. It's all there. You can choose. Fred is a lot more limber than I am because I'm real stocky.
Yeah.
He actually goes boom, and then he here, and then he hits there.
Okay.
I like it. I'm just, for me, I'm built like a giant sausage. It doesn't work out that way. I don't have the flexibility to come up and pop you in the face like this and then do all the stuff.
Right.
But I can absolutely drill you here and then break teeth.
Okay.
Okay? And this is taking your idea. So let's, I'm gonna grab you.
So let me see if I can remember this. So
let's do this side so you can
say,
you can
so you
smile
grab
for the
me,
camera.
right? And then,
wait,
but how did you get?
Slow down.
Okay.
So slow down.
Okay, hold on. Let me try that again.
Because if you're resting up against the body, it's not gonna work.
No.
But from here, so let's do that right now. You're just gonna make a fist.
Okay, and then
Hit me. That was good. But that's the thing, right? If you're up against somebody, it's really hard to do it.
Right.
No.
Okay, so as you can see, I still have some practicing to do. I just hope I don't get into too much trouble when I bust these moves out on wrestling day in class. But again, like all of Cliff's lessons, we are not learning how to sport fight here. We're learning survival fighting. It's dirty, and it's unfair, and it's mean.
Now, so let's get into some striking.
Okay.
So when you drag, boom, 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 look.
Ah, okay.
Hold on. We're gonna do it from here. I'm gonna drag, boom, 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 boom.
So you're putting pressure on the back?
I'm putting pressure on the lower back and I'm connecting with your jaw.
Okay.
So what you want, once you drag here, look, the drag, this hand clears. I hit here.
Okay.
And hit here.
Okay.
Because as you feed, I don't stay here. I pull past to hit.
Okay.
You're hitting the tailbone, so you're breaking the stance of the back goes this way. So then you're actually driving a fist in their head as their head's back this way.
Okay.
Which is going to drive them into the earth.
Okay.
Small person move.
Right. Okay.
Boom, boom, boom.
All right, yeah.
Understand your limitations, right? I'm a big guy. I can punch you. I'm Lewis.
Yeah.
I love you, Lewis. Kick the legs out. So then now we're all equal.
Yeah.
And let them hang themselves on your arm.
Well, and that's something they teach us in Krav Maga too. If your opponent is too tall, you got to kick the back, and then you got to go in like that and all that. So
it's wonderful.
Yeah.
It's absolutely wonderful.
Okay.
These are techniques that marry perfectly to this one, right?
Yeah.
Understand that if you're going boom, 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 and you pull back,
Like,
I can still hit you here real quick to recover.
So like if I pull back, meaning like that. Okay. Ooh, all right.
Because you're never trapped. If I boom, boom, boom.
Ooh, okay, that's rough.
This is one of them I like, but I just do this.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't always have to be.
Doesn't always have to be strikes.
With an arm drag, you have choices. This is one of the things that I love because you're not trapped into a pattern that it has to be boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
You can push off, you can run away.
Would you call that stuffing? Is that your stuffing move?
No, that is just simply here, I push the head and push the side.
Okay.
It's a moment that maybe for some reason they got angry, but it was a stupid moment, and you want to give them a pass.
Yeah.
Push off, we don't have to do this. You already know you can pull an arm drag, you just did it.
Yeah.
Get off me, leave me alone, right? Then kick him in the shin real quick, distract him. Shin kicks are not meant to finish fights. They're meant to distract somebody.
Yeah.
And they suck.
Yes.
And they add up.
Yeah.
And they buy you moments in time.
Right.
If I need to stall you out, then I grab it.
Okay.
So we're here, punch.
So, and then.
Yeah, because the body reaction, when I go, then you just grab.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's your here, and you don't cock back. And from here, learn to punch, and that's where I would say Wing Chun is a cool thing, is because you're not going back, you're just simply going here.
Yeah.
But then here, look what I've already got.
Right. Okay.
And they tie together perfectly. It's harder to hit middle and then take an arm. It's easier to hit here.
Okay. Okay. And then you bust up some floating ribs and
go.
You want me to punch you in the floating ribs?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so.
Okay.
Okay.
Now I want you to kick the leg out.
Oh, man.
I want you to go behind and kick the leg out.
All
Take
right.
the neck.
So. And then, like that?
That works.
That works. Please leave a comment or like this video. It helps a small channel like mine grow.